Jamaica recycles, bringing investment, caring for the environment. Fly Jamaica Airways launched and praying for a love that transforms. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Samantha Allen.
Recycling plastic and paper provides us with a means of earning foreign exchange while providing jobs. This environmental project is not only assisting to make our environment clean, it has the potential to create about 100 jobs.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller speaking to the potential of Jamaica Recycles, a startup company focused on recycling waste paper and plastic. Backed by American investors, International Recycling and Reclamation Limited, Jamaica Recycles brings with it investment and gainful employment. At Wednesday's launch along Spanish Town Road, Mrs. Simpson Miller expressed the hope that Jamaica Recycles would make a significant contribution to the care and protection of the environment.
This company will provide the facilities to help us tackle a serious environmental problem. To save the environment and protect life on our island and on the entire planet, we have to find ways to both reduce the amount of garbage that must be disposed of. The way to do this is by practicing the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle.
The Portia Simpson Miller administration continued its focus on economic stimulation through investments when it welcomed Wednesday's launch of Fly Jamaica Airways. The regional collaboration between Jamaican and Guyanese investors will take flight on January 25, operating 4 flights weekly to New York, Toronto, and Guyana. Speaking on the Prime Minister's behalf, Transport Works and Housing Minister Dr. Omar Davies said the airline was real evidence of regional cooperation that enhances the economic development of Caribbean states.
In too many cases, our discussions about regional integration can be seen as pie in the sky. I've always maintained that there are enough substantive issues on which the region can cooperate, but too seldom we focus on and seek to develop them.
And in keeping with government's focus on strategic linkages, the Prime Minister received the President of the Inter-American Development Bank, Luis Alberto Moreno, during a courtesy call at Jamaica House. Later in the day, Mrs. Simpson Miller hosted a dinner at Terra Nova for the IDB boss. Mr. Moreno was on the island for last Thursday's start of a 2-day meeting of the IDB's second annual meeting of governors of the Caribbean Country Department. And the Prime Minister also served as host for another of Jamaica's partners in the week. This time around, Mrs. Simpson Miller held a reception to mark the 54th anniversary of the Cuban Revolution.
Rend your heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller led the nation's leaders in praying for a love that transforms. Mrs. Simpson Miller read a scripture verse at the 33rd annual National Leadership Prayer Breakfast held in St. Andrew on Thursday. And on Friday, the Greenwich Town Football Club paid a courtesy call on the Prime Minister at her office. The team received football gears and medical supplies. Mrs. Simpson Miller encouraged team members to use the donation to enhance their performance and development.
I hope it will help you to advance your cause and that you will be victorious as you play.
And that's it for this week's edition of Jamaica House Weekly. Join us next time for your weekly update on issues coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.